The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
A hacker who goes by the name Guccifer has stolen messages, including addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, and some pictures that belong to the former President George W. Bush and his family and different members of his family. And among these items are, what is in there? There's pictures of George. Let's just go through them, Natan, and see what we've got. We've got one picture here of Bill Clinton hanging out with George H.W. Bush in what seems to be kind of a private setting. We have Jeb Bush with, is that his grandchild? I don't know who it is. Okay, let's see the next one. Then we have George W. Bush posing for a picture with, is it kind of like a beret, like a French-looking version of himself, cardboard cutout? Is that what you see, Louis?
That's what it appears to be. Very bizarre.
Yeah. Let's look at the next picture. So here's George W. Bush with Giorgio Armani, just sitting kind of hanging out, and some other individual who I don't recognize. Let's look at the next picture. Here's a picture of, is this Laura and Barbara Bush hanging out? Okay, let's keep going. This is where it starts to get interesting. This is a painting drawn by George W. Bush of himself in the shower. And this is kind of, I mean, the idea, I have to say, I'm a little bit compelled by the idea of George W. Bush painting. Is this considered, what kind of paint style is this? This is not watercolor, right? Is this oil on canvas? I'm not sure what this is.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
No.
So anyway, something about this is interesting, and you can kind of see his reflection in the mirror. Of course, the perspective is completely off, but he's just an amateur painter, apparently. So I was interested in this, and let's see the other one. This is George W. Bush painting himself nude in the bathtub. Of course, you only see his legs, so that's kind of just interesting to see from an ex-president. I'm fascinated by it a little bit. And then let's see the next one, Natan. And this is a picture of George W. Bush painting a church, which was taken. I have to tell you, these pictures only improve my image, my opinion of George W. Bush. It seems like, wow, the guy actually...
A bit more cultured than we thought he was.
He's slightly more cultured than I thought. And some of the emails were interesting, too, which indicate that when George H.W. Bush was in the hospital recently, people were aware that may have been the end for George H.W. Bush, and there were emails exchanged about eulogies and about the involvement of Bill Clinton in George H.W. Bush's funeral as well, because they have become such close friends. And I actually, if the intention was just to do something, that was accomplished. If the intention was to make the Bush family look bad, this, if anything, makes them seem more like actual real people. And I don't know. That was my reaction when I saw this stuff.
Yeah, I had no idea that there was an artistic side to George Bush. Fascinating.
Fascinating stuff.
Yeah.